Okay, well, let's see. Here we go. We got POI. We got POI side A. We got an Ohio, a Kremlin. A lot of seeing that today. That's exciting. We got 2 Stalingrads, 1 Petro, so a lot of heavy radar. 2 Shimikazes. We've seen that before. We actually saw that from the previous players to go up against Troya. That was I think that was a CL. So we'll see how they do this here. We'll see if they try to send the cruisers wide out to the islands at A and C. I'm interested. They do have a Venezia, and they do have that Des Moines. I have a feeling those will be the ones to make those plays for POI.
Alrighty, over on Troya's side, looking like the same thing that we saw last time, although we have a Summer Shimikaze, so instead of a double Summers, it's, they've committed to one, or they dabbled in both DDs. Double Stalin with a Petro, double Des Moines, Kremlin, Ohio. We did see the Ohio pushing in pretty aggressively in the last game, especially toward the last half of it. So looking for some brawly Ohio plays, and I assume the Kremlin's, much like last time, is just going to kind of be an anchor on a flank. Some giant pool of health points and armor saying, come at me, bro. Try and dislodge me if you can. And basically just sit there while eating fire from directions and not caring.
That's right. Come at me, bro. So look at that. Somebody... I think we may have a mulligan here because the Petropavlovsk of Pocket Magic just took a shot at his own destroyer, Sommers. Yeah, I'm thinking this is a mulligan.
Well, I don't know if it's a mulligan yet. Nobody's talking.
I can't see... We can't see in-game chat, but the Petropavlovsk of Pocket Magic taking a shot at the Summers of Adrian, who's now stopped. I'm wondering if maybe Adrian disconnected, in which case they will call a mulligan, because... Yeah, again... Well, we'll see here.
Well, yeah, this movement is quite strange, so...
I think this is a mulligan. Most of the ships have stopped, so... we'll wait for an official... We'll wait for an official call on this, but this is looking to me like a reset. We haven't encountered one of those yet today, but...
While you stay in the battle, I will exit back to port.
Sounds
good. Because I'm pretty sure this one's definitely done.
Okay, and, yeah, everybody stop moving.
Maybe I can call it out to you if
sure.
so.
I'll wait just in case, but this looks very much like a mulligan to me.
Yes, it can confirm.
Okay.
You can hop out.
Sounds good. Thank you for checking. First mulligan of the day. Hey! Well, in that case, first person to type mulligan in the chat gets a code from Boggzy's stream. In 5 minutes, I'll be watching. Mulligan.
Well, you know, stuff's gonna happen. What happened? Oh, player crash. Okay.
Yep. I'm thinking it was the destroyer of Last Shadows, I think is what it was.
Right,
or
well,
no, Adrian.
Off of the overlay. We can hang out watching the best of 5 again.
It's best of 3, isn't it?
Sorry, best of 3, yeah. I was clicking the scene thing. We'll cut to that, I guess. My mom says, get it together, boys. Alright, so Master, I think, is over scoping out the Troya side. They're starting to ready up.
Okay.
And it does look like POI is all ready, so hopefully whatever happened is okay.
Yeah, hopefully, I mean, you know, disconnections happen and latency problems are always a thing. People crash. You know, it's the internet, it's a video game. We all understand that's just part of the territory, but certainly hope that doesn't happen again. Or worse yet, 5-10 minutes into the match when a mulligan is not accepted any longer, because it's always a shame to see a team just get completely, you know, to get completely handicapped just due to a technicality. That's always a shame. It's not something you want to see.
Yeah, no fun. No bueno, but at least it was caught early, so thank goodness to the computer gods for that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, waiting on the last 2 ships. looks like. All right. Everybody's readied up, so we're just waiting on UCC Master, our referee, to confirm.
Alrighty. So we are back underway. Jumping into the map, doing the thing. I assume all the ships are the same, so... Well, that kills some intro time there.
I guess so, right? So, as we saw before, looks like double Shimakaze from POOI, still with the double Stalingrad Petro for the long-range radar, the Venezia, the Des Moines looking like they're going to be going kiting. And then, of course, the Ohio Kremlin, the very strong, punchy battleships that are seem to be pretty common this time, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, everybody loves the Kremlin. Even after receiving multiple nerfs, I suppose the guns used to be the shining star of the Kremlin, but mostly at this point, it's the ability for it to get the crap kicked out of it and just keep staying afloat.
HP in
the
the
Ohio,
armor,
on
baby.
the other hand, covered with the Ohio's covered with the 32 mil and the 38 millimeter deck, so it can eat stuff. It can eat damage from all over. It just has a really aggressive heal, whereas the Kremlin can just shrug a whole bunch of stuff off and even ignore fires with a fast cycling damage con. TROYA has the same setup as before, double Stalin Petro with double Des Moines. Technically a little less mobile than the Venezia with the POOI, but Ohio Kremlin, mirroring, and Summers Shimakaze.
Yep, so coming in from POOI over here, we got a Shimakaze now. We're going to make a direct line towards B, going right for that island that we've seen even cruisers taking in this setup. I feel like the Petro of Ruben here maybe, well, it's a stealthy ship with 11.9 or 11.7 kilometer detection, but he looks like he may be actually planning on diving B as well, along with the Shima. But a really aggressive play from the Des Moines coming in. He's going to take some of these closer islands between B and C. He's got very good DPM, but only at close range, so he's not going to be going out to the far side of C. Instead, we have a Stalingrad likely out here to the 10 line to provide an anchor and crossfire on the seaside ships of TROYA. On the north side for POOI, we've got the flanking Venezia and a Stalingrad. The Stalingrad very smartly going wide to avoid taking any cheeky fire by being lit by a destroyer.
I really, really like this play by Samuel95 from POOI going directly into the B cap. You can already see that the Summers of Adrian for TROYA is halfway to A, whereas the Shima is halfway capped through B. They didn't even have to devote another ship. Technically, they lose a little bit of destroyer pressure up on A, so yes, they have a little less screening, yes, they have a little less sight, but in just a few seconds here, they've got a cap. Meanwhile, in C, mirrored positions moving forward, and eventually when the Shima comes out, I suppose some spotting advantage to TROYA in the Summers, but well, I don't know, it's still going to take at least a minute or two before things develop at A.
Yes, indeed. And down here at C, we have a pair of Shimakazes facing off, attempting to outcap one another as they dump their lifeblood of torpedoes at each other. It's just a wave of torpedoes from these Shimakazes. Ooh, Stalingrad of Arimatea Centinella getting whacked early on. I actually didn't see where those shots came in from, but taking about 15,000 HP right out of the gate here. As shots from the Ohio going in across at the Des Moines, I believe. We'll see where those shots actually land. No, they're going... Oh, yeah, they were going for the Des Moines, who takes a torpedo on the nose. 2 down to 8,000 HP right out of the gate. 3 minutes into the game, there are shots coming from the Kremlin and the Petro. Will these Kremlin finish off? No, just barely living, getting that heel off right now. I don't know how he spotted. It must be the radar, the very short radar of the Petro, as the shots are still... Wait, shots coming in from the Ohio. Are those going to hit the Des Moines? No, just a tiny bit too far. Oh no, going all the way over to the Stalingrad of Lost Shadows. I am talking in circles. I am talking in circles. What else is happening? Stalingrad of Arimatea Centinella still in that very dominant position here, trying to hold the Stalingrad of Leon Verde. I have a feeling that POOI is actually... I think POOI is a Spanish clan, Oscance, because I'm starting to look at these guys' names. I thought POI was an Asian thing, but I think POOI might not be the Asian food POI. I think it's something Hispanic, because there are also a bunch of folks in my chat right now speaking Spanish, rooting for POI.
Go, go, go. Had a bit of a mic issue there, but hopefully that's resolved. I think actually what happened was that sneaky Shima play that went into B happened to spot the Stalingrad of Arimatea in a way that he didn't expect. When he was moving into cover, he probably thought that he was nice, clean, easy entry, and then all of a sudden, wait, I'm lit? Bam, there goes a bunch of health. And then all of a sudden, the Des Moines of N. Joshua, bam, there goes a bunch of health. That sneaky Shima play not only netted a quick cap, but netted some real damage. However, the sneaky Shima play ceded A to the Summers of TROYA, and looks like TROYA was able to take C as well, making some impactful moves. Even though they have some crippled ships, still taking good map placement, and down goes Joshua.
Yep, finally, that Des Moines of Joshua, having been on borrowed time for quite a bit now, I would say, after taking some big hits early. Ooh, Kremlin, Zoltan Batory. I don't think I pronounced that correctly. Also taking big hits. I don't see where that came from. Was that the Kremlin of Scatman Magic? I think it might have been. It is a broadside duel between those two at this point.
I'm going to have to say it very well may have been. I didn't see the shells come in, but it does look like more shells are coming, and he's still showing a lot of broadside.
Yes.
Thump, there goes 6K, and got a little lucky. Those shells went high. 46 is as Zoltan starts to turn in, get a little nose to help him out, while the Ohio actually dips into B, making a really aggressive battleship push.
Indeed.
I mean, I know Ohio's like to brawl, but that's some pretty early stuff there.
Oof,
oh my goodness.
Good lord, Arimatea Sentinella getting absolutely chunked, I believe, by Diamond Lux's Stalin. Or no, wait, no, that's a Shimakaze, good lord. I don't know who that was exactly that chunked Arimatea, but that was like 50k HP right there. Big hits going on, both to Zoltan Bayor's Kremlin of POI and the Arimatea Stalingrad of TROYA. Big hits coming in. Aggressive battleship play from both the battleships of TROYA. This is very exciting.
Absolutely. Huge hits, huge trades going on. While POI has the ship advantage, they do not have the cap advantage. Kind of surprising to see that. One of the Des Moines already taken down, and a huge amount of health chunked, ripped out of the TROYA's hides. Yet they claim all 3 caps, and at the moment POI's still looking for some long-range back-and-forth trades, and I'm not seeing an aggressive movement. That being said, right as I say that, Samuel 95 poking into A, trying to contest and juking some torps, but I'm pretty sure he's clean over there. And just more back-and-forth shell trades, no moves on the map just yet.
Yes, as you were saying, the ship advantage is technically in the favor of POI at this moment. However, I have to point out that cap advantage firmly in TROYA, and I want to even say ship control advantage. I'm very nervous about the position of the Stalingrad from Arimatea here. I don't know how much. I think that Arimatea is waiting for a cheeky shot on Zoltan Bayor's Kremlin. But good lord, this just so much stuff so close to this very low health Stalingrad. We're gonna have to see if Mili Muertos, the Shimakaze of TROYA, gets some of these torpedoes to strike true against the 4 of these ships. As oh man, big hits on Andres Helves, the Ohio of TROYA, just getting absolutely smacked. I believe he's going down here very shortly. Went from 40k to 5, now up to 7. Good lord.
Yeah, he got impatient behind that rock, decided he had to make a move, and that move was directly in front of a Kremlin, and he gets carved right off the map. Boom. Now we've got POI, up with a 2-ship lead. I was looking at that Shimakaze thinking, Jesus, that is one hell of an aggressive position. I wonder if those torps are going to hurt. And here they are coming in on R4, well, Ram 2's Des Moines, who's starting to back out. Is he going to... he might be able to squeak in if he moves forward, but I don't think that Des Moines is going to speed up very quick. That might actually be one in the bow and one in the ass if he's not able to stop.
Oh, one
he
in
is
the bow.
able to stop, just going to be one in the side.
Oof, big hit though.
Still.
And POI's Kremlin finally going down in the center there to a combination of fire and shell damage. Very interesting map. TROYA up by nearly 150 points. However, down by a ship and still up by one cap. Very interesting gameplay over here. Up in the north, the Venezia of Charlemagne trying to come around on that Des Moines of the Rabbit, but as we know, the Des Moines, an extraordinarily powerful close-range cruiser, out-trading the Venezia pretty decisively, forcing Charlemagne to back off lest he get completely annihilated by Rabbit. Big shots coming in on the Petropavlovsk of Pocket Medic, getting a little bit of smoke from the Shimakaze of Mil Muertos. Very interesting to see who gets chunked next. Ooh, radar coming in as well from Stalingrad of Elion Verte. I'm not sure if that's going to leave the Petro open. I can't tell.
This is descended into just a weird, chaotic, what's going on sort of brawl here. I mean, looking at the map, Troya was able to take A, which is definitely props to them. The Venezia trying to make a squeaky move against the Des Moines, but the Venezia versus a Des Moines, that goes to the Des Moines if they're close.
Yep.
Not only can the Des Moines radar cut right through that smoke, but the Des Moines' damage output absolutely dominates the Venezia's damage output. With nobody else able to shoot the Rabbit, when that smoke goes down, Charlemagne's going to go down
And
with
there
it.
it goes.
And
Yep.
yeah,
Oof.
we're already opening up into it. They are trying to reclaim A while the Venezia slowly gets taken out in the north, but this is still just such a weird brawl.
Oh my god! The Rabbit just barely dodging the torpedo from Charlemagne. That could have been decisive if that torpedo had connected. Charlemagne may very well have actually come away with the win there, but now he is in fact getting gunned down by a Sommers and the rear guns of the Des Moines. Very spooky. Torpedoes going out, a last-ditch effort. We'll see if they connect. Hard to tell as POI's Des Moines ram getting taken down. Very interesting, and a torpedo impacting just one on, well, I can't pronounce that name, but Stalingrad of POI. My goodness, this has been messy. I want to say that now, Charlemagne's Venezia going down. I'm going to say that Troya now with a decisive advantage, being nearly 300 points, or actually over 300 points up, having 2 caps, or at least 1.5 caps to 1, and, well, they're equal on ships. Boy, spooky. The Rabbit. Oh, the Rabbit taking a torp.
He turned back in. He
Yep.
turned so aggressively, he actually
Blap!
hit the torp that he dodged and
Wow.
moved so aggressively still. Oh, no, I have to turn it. And it just did not work out for him. Des Moines does go down. A falling to POI. Bravo has fallen to POI as well through a cheeky Shimakaze movement. If the Stalingrad of Armatea had radar, he could have possibly capitalized on that, but no, they lost the cap.
Yep.
Frankly, at this point, Troya just looks to be running out of health. Running out of caps, running out of health, this is pretty rough. When the reinforcements from A are able to swing down, I expect a vice grip. This is crazy.
It's looking like the Ohio of Raton Dios, which, by the way, means rat god or mouse god. Raton Dios taking a lot of damage here, but before he goes down, the Stalingrad from Troya dying as well. This is not over, folks. This is very much still in contention. Both battleships in the north here, in the southeast, Raton Dios and Scatman Magic, both trying to hold on to their guns. Obviously, the guns of a battleship being on board with only 2,000 HP left. Very, very, very important as, a big hit from the Petropavlovsk Pocket Magic comes in against the Ohio. We will see now if the Petro can finish off this Ohio. Switching to HE to try and burn him down. My goodness.
Raton Dios turning for the Petro, but continuing to coast forward. Scatman is waiting for the shot. Is he reversing? He's looking to start reversing soon. As soon as this Ohio shows any cheek at all, this Ohio is going to get clapped.
Yeah. There go the shots. Vaya con Dios,
Whoop.
Raton Dios. My goodness. So, worth noting here that the Sommers of Adrian from Troya still alive and functioning up here in A. He will backcap them as soon as he can. Will it be enough, though? I don't know, as the Kremlin from Troya also goes down. Oh, no! Mil Muertos.
The shimmy torp.
Oh, this is insane. POI now with the 50-point advantage, 2 caps to 1, although Adrian should be up here to try and backcap shortly. It is now 5 ships on POI to 2 ships on Troya. What a roller coaster of a game.
Yeah, definitely with Troya taking the cap lead, getting so many points, getting so much done, but those trades, those early game trades that resulted in that two ships getting taken out, that even though they had the points, POI had the positions by being able to use their use their ship count to just make plays, make moves, and start carving off sections of the map, which is exactly what they did up at A, which exactly moved over to B, and then suddenly the wrap comes through and everything just starts to domino fall. Absolutely interesting.
Oh my goodness, that is oh man, that has been an absolute. That's a back sweater of a match, Oskans. This is I mean, there were, you know, this is one of those sort of mid-tier matches, and I don't mean any insult by that. Mid-tier matches where sometimes the folks know the positions to take. They know where the strong positions are for their ship class, for their ship type, for their ranges, for their angles, what have you. But folks still haven't yet worked out where exactly the mistakes come in. So mistakes happen, and when they do, the skill level of the other teams are almost always good enough to punish those mistakes. So that's where we see those big ship claps happen, and we certainly saw them here as just white bar after white bar after white bar. But I think it's decisively able to say now, yeah, felicidades a POI. Creo que ustedes van a ser los jugadores de el juego primero de este. Ooh, look at that! Down to one ship, one lonely Somers. Adrian, what are you doing up there on your own, Adrian? Don't go down.
No, he dukes the torps. He starts opening up with the gunfire so the Shima and the Petra can start going after Adrian.
Yep.
I'm not going to attempt to say anything Spanish, but I can go with the horribly cheek ball LGG. As that falls to POI.
Oh my god, LGG. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, so delightful.
This is going to be a finishing out, but that was a great match with a beginning, a middle, and a hell of an end. Can't argue with that. We're going to be moving on to game 2 now. So, grats to POI.
Grats indeed. All right, moving to the winner. There it is. First game in this tiebreaker series going to POI. Felicidades, muchachos. I've seen you in the chat speaking Spanish. I did not